Right then, this is a walk-around video, and this is for a Honda Civic 1.6 SE diesel. As you can see here, finished in Milano red, which looks absolutely fantastic on these cars because it's got the black trims to break up the colour. It just works absolutely beautifully. Apologise, it's a really gloomy, dull day. It just doesn't do justice to this car at all because it looks absolutely fantastic and it's in beautiful condition inside and out. Lights and lenses, you can see they're completely clean and intact. Front of the car exceptionally clean, there's hardly a mark anywhere. Bonnet, again, got to get a microscope out to find any stone chips on there. It's just been absolutely beautifully kept. Coming down the near side, passenger side, absolutely smooth in the panel work. Front wing unmarked. Near side front alloy, the one takes all the bashing and there's not a mark on it. Looks almost factory fresh. Remaining panels on this side, again, just been washed off, not been polished, and it looks, again, it's just in beautiful condition. Rear alloy, again, absolutely no marks whatsoever. Going around the back of the car, this car's been fitted with parking sensors, which wasn't standard on the vehicle at the time, all functioning perfectly. Coming on the back of the car again, no marks, no scrazes, no little dinks. And offside of the vehicle, driver's side, again, in wonderful condition. Offside rear alloy, as with the others, no marks, nothing at all on there. Remaining panel work is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure there must be a mark somewhere, but you have to look very hard indeed. And final alloy, again, just nigh on perfect. And it really is, that's going to be one of the very nicest in the markets anywhere. Coming into the boot area now, absolutely huge boots on the Civics, of course. 60/40 fold on the rear seats there, and again in absolutely beautiful condition back here. It's coming to the back now, big wide opening rear doors, virtually 90 degrees. Now I've set the seats in their vertical position. This forms part of this absolutely ingenious magic seat affair. It really is very clever indeed. If you want to drop them down, pull the lever up, push it down with your hand, all absolutely beautifully engineered as you expect from Honda. The seats down now, you can see just how much room you get on the back of these Civics. They're huge, and those front seats are set for me and I'm over 6 foot tall, so it's not cheating at all. Back of the car, fabrics, seats, cushioning, and beautiful condition. The reason I mention that is that not all Civics are, because they are family cars and quite often you can see them bashed about a bit in the back, but this has been really gently kept. Coming to the front passenger door card, all of the door cards are in beautiful condition, including all the little recesses. Footwell area, lovely and clean. There's a full set of mats fitted to this car as well. And the front passenger seat there has been given hardly any use at all. So finally comes to the driver's door card, which again is in absolutely pristine condition. Driver's seat again, all really good. The only one that's obviously going to show any kind of wear at all, but even that's minor compared to most of the cars of this age and mileage. So sat inside the car now, dashboard, whilst it looks absolutely fantastic, also happens to be in just virtually as new condition. It looks simply stunning. Wonderful dash design as well, beautifully made, as I may comment on the following road test video. I'll just come around here, hopefully I'm not going to snag the wire while I do it. And you can see there, 59,189 miles, no warning lights at all on the dashboard whilst the engine is running. And that basically, if I come back here, is how you should set your driving position. Steering wheel somewhere between the top of the rev counter and below the speedo. And it is, in my opinion, the best view you're going to get in this class of car. It looks absolutely stunning and all working exactly as intended. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and very importantly, lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. So finally, just to come under the engine bay, as you expect from Honda, absolutely beautifully presented. Do this absolutely brilliantly. Cam chain driven engines, there's no cam belts on these cars, so no big service looming, but it's a wonderful engine bay that's easily accessible for basic daily maintenance. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic 1.6 SE diesel. This particular car is registered BK13RVL, and mileage at the start of the road test is 59,000
183 miles. The reason for doing the videos, as I say, in all of them is very simple. It's just that we want anyone that's looking at this car in an advert online to actually see it in operation. We are acutely aware of just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car, travel for hours sometimes, only to get there to find out when you drive it it's got a problem which you clearly should have been told about before setting off. So that's why we do it. So it is critical in that sense. The road test is also done on part of the road test route that any prospective buyer would go on. Reason for that is so it would be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, just wonderful, wonderful cars. You might as well get it out of the way straight away. I adore these cars. I've got one myself, so I'm slightly biased in that sense. Engines are just brilliant. It's a wonderful diesel engine. Its headline figures with economy are actually achievable. That's the difference between this and lots of other manufacturers, that Honda tend to be sort of very accurate in what you can actually achieve yourself whilst driving the car. And I've had a few of these 1.6s doing short trips. 60 miles per gallon is very easy. Longer trips, 70 miles per gallon is very easy. It really is. It's a fantastic engine. It's also lovely to use day in, day out. It's very smooth, very quiet, not very diesel-like, which is good. And it's got a lovely power delivery. You haven't got, that horrible kind of nothing loads, nothing. It's got a nice spread of power, which is lovely to have. Looking at the dashboard, there are no warning lights on the dashboard, on the car, and on the dashboard illuminated relating to any part of the vehicle, including the engine. There's nothing there at all. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car. And the car's been running for well over an hour because it's just been delivered to us, driven to us. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch absolutely perfect. Bike point is exactly where it should be on the pedal travel, and it's lovely and smooth and fluid in actuation. Gearbox, typical Honda, absolutely fantastic. I can feel no wear in the gear linkage at all. The gear change and the shift quality is absolutely brilliant. It feels weighty, it feels engineered. Honda everyone knows Honda do brilliant gearboxes, and this is no different to any in that respect, but it's just the ease of operation without having that horrible over lightness and vagueness that seem to plague so many cars. Honda put a lot of effort into these controls to give you a nice sort of tactile feel, and it's brilliant. Steering of the car, again, just feels so tight. The whole car has that kind of new car tightness to it. It really does. Travelling it now, I'm at the legal limit. It tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations at all coming through the steering wheel at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And the chap who's just driven it on the motorway assures me that, again, it's motorway speed's absolutely perfect as well. Steering, though, it's just got a beautiful weighting to it. Hello, that's a novel one. It just feels really fluid, precise, very accurate rather. And it's got a lovely, it flows with the chassis absolutely brilliantly well, because the chassis itself is sublime. It really is. It's got a lovely compliant ride, especially on this profile tyre. So it's very, very comfortable indeed. But through the corners, quicker corners like these coming up, the whole car feels so settled, so pointed, so beautifully planted on the road. The Honda have done a brilliant job with their chassis. Whilst I'm driving the car, what I'm also looking for as part of the road test is any kind of sort of knocking noises or clunking coming from underneath the car. They shouldn't be there, and there's nothing at all. It's all exactly as it should be. Worth pointing out, the car's going to be going for an independent MOT either today or tomorrow, so obviously that will all be checked as part of that MOT anyway. Brakes on the car, just going to give them a bit of a shove. I know they're good, but I'm going to give them a shove anyway. But get a nice hard brake on there. Really good brake pedal on the car. It's solid, it's powerful. but there's no kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal when you hit the pedal hard, and it doesn't pull sort of violently left or right. It pulls up nice and straight and true. Coming to the interior, which I love. I just adore this interior. Not for everybody, which is good, because I think that's a really good sign of styling and design, actually. What a video cannot get across is just how beautifully made these cars are. And this is real build quality, years down the line, not when motor magazines get hold of them when they're brand new from the motor manufacturers. Because anyone build a car nicely when they're new. It's how it stands the test of time, and this is where the Civics are head and shoulders above the competition. They are brilliantly assembled cars. It all works absolutely perfectly. Every button you press has got a lovely quality of actuation to it. So even sort of things just like doing the temperature there and the fan speed and all the other buttons, they've got that lovely damped feel. You just know it's going to be the same in 100,000, 5-10 years time. It's how Honda do these things. It's just brilliant. Worth pointing out, air conditioning. I popped it into a nice warm workshop earlier and put it on cold, and the air conditioning is lovely and cold on the car as well. My favourite part is just this sweeping two-tier design of dash. Actually, I just think it's brilliant, because it's not only, in my eyes at least, brilliant to look at, it's also fantastic ergonomically. All this within a hand's reach, very simple, easy to use. Up high, you've got the more information that you look on a regular basis, so things like your radio, and when you press buttons for the ventilation system, it displays not only down here but up there as well, so you're not taking your eyes off the road to take that information in. But my favourite part is this high up MPH readout up there. It's just fantastic, because you can look ahead on the road at pedestrians, cars, speeds, etc. And at the corner of your eye, clearly see the speed you're travelling at without taking your eyes off the road for a second. It's absolutely brilliant. Down below that, a more conventional pod of three dials. Your obviously big rev counter, flanked by temperature and fuel gauges on the car. Let's quickly get past this chap a second. Hopefully he's seen me. Parts have been in the countryside, lovely, but tractors are everywhere. Steering wheel looks and feels pretty much as new in hand. Nice thick rimmed design as well. As I said at the start of the video, the point is literally just to show the car in operation, but to feedback on any issues there may be with the car, of which there's nothing at all. It drives absolutely beautifully. It just feels as close to new as you possibly can, and we've been selling Hondas for over 20 years, new and used, so you get to know what a good one should feel like, and this is certainly right up there with anything out there in the marketplace. Any questions, please don't hesitate, do give us a call.